Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Arlington County government, thank you for joining us online this morning as we gather to commemorate the anniversary of the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001. We come together to honor and remember the lives that were lost and to express our gratitude to those who responded that day and every day since in service to their fellow citizens. And now, the presentation of the colors by the Arlington County Public Safety Combined Honor Guard and the singing of the National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Corporal Jennifer Levy of the Arlington County Police Department will now sing the National Anthem.
Colors, raise it, ho!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Colors, right shoulder, ho!
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us now in a moment of silence in memory of the nearly 3,000 men, women, and children who lost their lives 19 years ago today. 9:37 a.m. is the time that American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, killing 184 people.
Thank you. Colors, order, ho!
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Arlington County Acting Police Chief Andy Penn, Fire Chief David Pavlitz, and Sheriff Beth Arthur. And joining us online, Arlington County Manager Mark Schwartz, Arlington County Board Chair Libby Garvey, Board Member Matt DeFerranti, Board Member Katie Crystal, Board Member Christian Dorsey, and Board Member Takis Karantanis. It is my pleasure to introduce Arlington County Fire Chief David Pavlitz.
Good morning. My colleagues and I have our humble duty to join you on the 19th anniversary of the tragic events from September 11th, 2001. We will remember those who lost their lives at the World Trade Centers, Pentagon, and Flight 93. We honor the brave members of the military, fire rescue and emergency medical services, law enforcement, and the citizens who helped those in need. And most importantly, reaffirm our commitment to guard, protect, and serve our nation as those who did on that day. Through ceremony and personal reflection, we recognize our family, friends, and communities who were and are affected by this tragedy. We give our gratitude to those who support and help us every day to do our duty. As armed forces and first responders worked side by side 19 years ago, we committed then and affirm now to defend our freedoms and help those in need. Today's remembrance events clearly display our respect for our institutions and dedication to our nation. It is an honor and privilege to remember the events of this day in 2001 with a sense of reverence, resolve, and resilience. As we continue to heal, let us keep the communities affected by violence and natural disasters in our thoughts. As we know, recovery efforts are difficult. They will need the help of our country and all of us. Thank you. Captain Santini.
Thank you, Chief Pavlitz. On September 11th, 2001, people in Arlington, in New York, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania started their day like any other. The day was clear with bright blue skies as summer was beginning to release us from its gentle grip. At 9:37 a.m., members of the Arlington County Fire and Police Departments, along with their counterparts from Fort Myer, the FBI, and response agencies from the metropolitan area, went to work to care for the injured, control the fire, manage the hazardous materials, and deal with the collapse of the building. Civilian and military members of the Pentagon workforce acted heroically, assisting their comrades from the building, and in some cases, re-entering numerous times to search for others. In the end, 59 people on the aircraft and 125 in the Pentagon perished. These 184 souls ranged in age from 3 to 71 years. As we pause each year on the anniversary to remember, their families are reminded of their loss every day. Since 2001, hundreds more have died as a result of cancers and other illnesses associated with their rescue and recovery efforts. Among them, Arlington County Police Officer Harvey Snook. We should never forget those who initially survived, but later made the ultimate sacrifice. At the Pentagon, the response and recovery lasted for 20 days. As that work ended, the community began the healing process, and the responders intensified their efforts to prepare for a new generation of threats. For the members of our military, September 11th was the beginning of a new mission, unbroken over 19 years and stretching to all corners of the world. Since that day, just as with every day throughout our country's history, these courageous men and women have answered the call of their country, sacrificing so much and at times sacrificing all to protect our nation and the world from threats to our safety and security. Among those is the USS Arlington, one of 3 ships commissioned to honor the victims and first responders of 9/11. Today, the ship sails the global seas in service to the defense of our nation. When we say never forget, our remembrances must include the commitment of our nation's armed forces. Their enduring sacrifices cannot go unrecognized. Chief David Pavlitz, Acting Chief Andy Penn, and Sheriff Beth Arthur will now join the Arlington County Public Safety Combined Honor Guard in placing a wreath at the flagpoles to honor those who lost their lives on this tragic day 19 years ago.
Stand by. Color. Left hit. Shoot. Color. Right shoulder. Hold. Cut. Helen, freeze and hold! Helen, right shoulder, forward!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Please keep those who lost their lives in your thoughts and prayers throughout the day. Thank you.
Helen,